Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Random Things Review here, and today I'm very excited to talk about something from my own personal property. These are my Audio Technicas, that's upside down, Audio Technica ATH-M50 studio monitor headphones. And I'm excited to give this thing a review, put it in the lab, and try and test it out a little bit. So first I wanted to talk about the original headphone itself. As you can see, we have an all black design going right here, all black until you get to these silver outlines right here. I'm a very big fan of that. I think that it adds a little Tron-esque effect, makes it kind of visual, a little reflective over here. You kind of see the color of the thing I'm recording with right here, but we'll keep it a mystery. But I am a big fan of this. It makes it look as modern as possible, has a nice sleek look to it. Then you go above the ear cans, and they do refer to it as ear cans in the manual, I believe. And you'll see these nice, beautiful pegs here. One for R on the right side, one for L on the left side. And you really get a nice industrial feel out of this, but not too much. You feel that the headphone is secure. And sure enough, it does have some weight to it. It's not like you're holding some plastic. You're holding a nice piece of material right there. And that's because apparently, I haven't dug this apart, but this middle band right here is actually metal. So you have some nice metal accenting here that adds a little bit of weight to it and makes it a pretty cool experience when it's on your head. However, while it is rather an industrial experience, it's not crazy. It's not like you're just holding a metal bucket over your head, because that wouldn't be fun for anyone involved. Then further to go on the visual side, you have this nice logo that goes across the top here, and when you set it down, it kind of goes naturally. Audio Technica. I really like the brand. I really like the font. I'm a very big fan of that. Kind of minimalistic, but tells you what you need to know. Also, they included their shape brand as well as the two triangles for the Audio Technica. That's supposed to represent something. Maybe I'll research what that means later. But both of those logos in tandem make sure that you know what you're listening to. And it is a distinctive shape, even though it's a simple color. I see these headphones around all the time, and you can spot them from a distance, mostly because of the ring and the logo and the blatant fontage on the top right across here. One more thing I could say visually, I like how it says monitor headphones right here. You see that just right here, monitor headphones. It kind of makes it seem more professional. I don't know if professional is the right word, but it just makes you feel cool. Like, when you get something that is uniquely labeled, like a backpack from some of the brands or something. I really like that effect. So that's what I have to say about visuals. Now let's talk about this cord. This coiled cord right here, you can see it says that it coils out to 10 feet when it's fully extended. I've never truly tested it that way. What I really like is how the cord is able to uniquely flow into the shape of the headphones. I think that's kind of nice. However, in the usage of the cord, while it does stretch out, it does become a bit uncomfortable if you're trying to utilize it with a phone or a mobile device. However, I understand that this was not the intended use of these headphones. The intended use of these headphones were studio monitor headphones. So they're not meant to walk around with, but I do think it is still worthy to know. This has some weight to it as well, and maybe not necessarily in the best fashion. Now, one more thing I can talk about is these little ear cans right here. Well, excuse me, I have a cold today. So for these ear cans, very soft to the touch. However, when I'm listening to them for longer than an hour or 2 hours, I'll actually get a pressure and like a little not rash, but a little annoyance at the top of my ear. It gets a little sore, and it happens in both the left and the right ear. And I like to think I have decently sized ears, so I really don't think that would have been an issue. So maybe these headphones aren't for extended listening, so you should consider what you're going to be listening to before you get these headphones. Now, as I did mention, these headphones are 4 years old, so I want to talk about the wear and tear. As you can see, these are pretty much daily use. I use these every day when I walk, when I go to work, for everything. So let's look at some of these aspects. The ear cannons, you'll see how right here there's a little bit of the seal is starting to break right here. You can see it on this side too. I'm not going to fault Audio Technica for that. I use them every day in different kinds of weather for 4 years, but it is worth to know. The big thing is this headband right here that goes right across the head, that is of metal, but inside is metal, but that is actually nicely padded. While the outside is this nice, gives it like a leather-esque feel. As you can see, that's been chipping off, and it's been causing a big problem with me because people have been thinking that I have black dandruff coming out of my hair, which is not possible. Why would I have dandruff like that? And even if black dandruff was coming out of my hair like that, why would it have the consistency of nylon? I don't get these people comedic remarks, and it's hurting me, but that's the price I pay for wearing these wonderful headphones. It's worth it to have black dandruff with this headphone. That's how good it is. But it does flake after a certain amount of time. I did want to say around 2 to 3 years in, it started to flake, and obviously it gets a little more wear and tear when you put it on every single day. Now, in terms of shifting to the audio jack, this audio jack is something I really liked. I always liked how they put a spring sprocket at the end of this here so it doesn't bend or cause any weird kinks or anything like that. What I also do enjoy is this metal plated, let's get a good view of that. This metal plated cord right here, or this metal plated jack. I know audiophiles would really love that stuff. I really enjoy it too. And there's also this nice groove here, which makes it very easy to plug in and out. But this jack has got some weight to it too. So understand that if you're putting it to the bottom of a phone, it has a very good chance of actually weighing down the phone and making it kind of wobbly in your hand. So I really just wanted to mention that. But that still, obviously, as you can see, has withstood the test of time, no issues. So let's go into the audio experience a little bit now. And of course, you can't see me listening to it. But what I can tell you is, after 4 years of listening to it, the sound and the bass do seem a little bit faded, as if you're listening through an old radio. But there's only a slight effect in that. Only reason I realized that is because last week I tried out a new pair in the store of Audio Technicas, and there was a tangible difference. However, that being said, it still delivers a quality of sound unlike I've seen before. It catches more ranges and levels than any other headphones I've tried, and my friends can agree. My friends have various other brands and experiences, but they try these and they think this is the best consistent headphone. It's been commonly said that this headphone is the best headphone for under $250 to buy, and I would wholeheartedly agree with that statement, if I'm going to be completely honest. I've enjoyed my time with these. I really love them. The wear and tear, I wish physically wasn't as bad as it was, but I bought it for $120 on Amazon 4.5 years ago, and it's been such a great experience, such a reliable experience. In fact, I'm just excited to get new ones. That's what I'm looking forward to if I were to get new headphones, or just getting new ones of these, and maybe that might happen in the future. So those are my initial comments on it, but now let's get into the lab and let's flex these and let's drop these and let's get a review going. Thanks for listening so far. And now going into the flex test for the Audio Technica ATH-M50. Notice how wide this headphone is able to flex. I'm putting force and torque on the headband part of it, which has metal inside it but is padded. And look how wide the cans are from each other. This is very indicative that the Audio Technica ATH-M50 is very responsive and flexible to force. I really like the utilization of this headphone. I think it could be utilized in a lot of different circumstances. If it falls out of your car, if you want to jack your car up, if you want to use it in the battlefield, it is a very utilizable headphone, as is exhibited by this flex test. If you torque it in different directions, it really doesn't do that well of a job. The bolts kind of hold it in place, but I just thought it was worthy to know how well this Audio Technica is able to flex to cover all different kinds of people and all different kinds of heads, more importantly. When we drop the Audio Technica ATH-M50s in our lab, you'll quickly notice how much brunt force one of the eardrums connects with the ground. It seems like one side, either the left or the right side, the side that's weighted with the cord, just is tugged to the ground and seems to take all of the impact of the hit. This could be very damaging to the headphones if they were to fall out of your backpack or off a skyscraper or something like that, so it's very worthy to know. Now, while are technically durable headphones, very good industrial level headphones, they'll get you what you need to do what you need to go, they really struggle in being able to equally disperse force. And I don't know if that's because of the shape or the metal content or the disparity in weight, but I think there's some space to be improved on the drop test and the drop resistance part. However, I will say one good thing is that once the headphones fall, they don't flutter away. They don't kind of squirm away. They kind of stay in one spot. So it's easily retrievable. And now for the final ratings of the Audio-Technica ATH-M50 rated 4 years ago and rated now. As you can see, we have a side-by-side comparison of the two to see if there's any slippage or improvement in ratings. So let's get into it. First, visuals, that's still a 9.3, nothing changed there. The black on silver accents, the metal accents, the way that the earphone is able to just cup over your head, it looks very sleek. It still stays at a 9.3 for me. Listening experience has decreased a little bit to a 9.4 from a 9.8. As I said previously, it's a little more dull. You miss a little more sound, but it's still very full, very hearty, very rich. But something that just age takes its toll on. Ability to replace a football, if you were to throw it at two friends or replace it in an NFL game or collegiate or any standard of football, even Canadian football, it didn't do really good when it was acquired, and even now when the cord is stretched out a little bit, it does even less well. So symmetrically, it really doesn't do what it needs to be, and I can't think that anything could be worse than a replacement of a football than the Audio-Technica ATH-M50. Going to durability, durability has slipped a bit from a 9.1 to an 8.5, and that's because of the flakes coming off on the top of the headband that give me that dreaded black dandruff that I really don't want any part of. And finally, comfort from an 8.5 to an 8.4 only because the ear muffs that are on the outer rim of the cups, those have started to crack a bit and might irritate the skin. And when we got them, it was pretty confidently comfortable in the first place. However, it still could use a little more improvement, so just a minor slippage from there. Overall, from when I acquired it, a 9.7 to now, still maintaining a 9.3, this headphone was a fantastic investment for my $120, and I can't wait to maybe get another pair to keep using this one. So that's all I have to say for the Audio-Technica ATH-M50. So that about does it for my review of the Audio-Technica ATH-M50 through time. If you have any other requests that you'd like me to see, things you'd like to review, different video formats, styles like that, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know what kind of tech you're using, what you're listening to, and I'd love to engage and interact with you. Hope you have a great rest of every day and keep watching some videos. I'll talk to you soon. Bye!